Back here on Layton Lakes, but this time with smoke poles. You know, there's just something about hunting with the smoke poles that is extremely satisfying and quite a lot of fun, and I thought this would be a perfect thing to do for another one of our no-hud hunts, so that is what we're going to be doing today, and I think we're going to go ahead and start by taking out this doe right here. Even though it is just a doe, let's just get something down so that we can get a nice idea of what the smoke pole hunting is going to be like, and it's always just so satisfying to fire this thing off. I absolutely love it. That right there's an elk. Let's go ahead and try to sneak around, because I think that's going to be our next target. Definitely a little bit more interested in a bull elk than that doe that we just took out, so let's stay kind of aware of our surroundings and hope that we can spot this thing before it ends up spooking off. You know, something tells me we have to be pretty close. I feel like there's gotta be an elk near. I'm going to assume it's just past these trees, so we're gonna try and take it somewhat slow, although we may not have to now. As we can see, it does appear that the bull ran off because these tracks are going away from where we did originally hear him. So I'm going to assume that he has ran off. I think it's about time we go pick up that doe we took out, and then we'll probably move to a different area. I would really love to find a diamond while we're doing one of these no-hud hunts, so I'm going to make that a focus of today. I'm going to try as hard as I possibly can to just hunt as many servers until we finally get ourselves a chance to take down a trophy with no-hud on. I think that would just be so cool, especially using the muzzleloader, so if we can make that happen today, that would just be absolutely perfect. There it is, our first trophy of the day taken down with the muzzleloader. Unfortunately, this is just a female, but it was more of just a test to get into the feel of the muzzleloader, and it did pretty well. As I expect, the muzzleloader is a very strong weapon in the game, and it usually has no problems taking down anything within its class range, even stuff that's above its class range. We've got ourselves a few black-tailed deer here feeding, and I just want to take a moment to appreciate just how nice the feeding animations are in Call of the Wild, because we really don't look at them too often, considering we spend most of our time hunting drink zones. We're going to try and take down this buck. It does seem to be the best one of the three, so let's go ahead and get a shot into him. And that should do the trick, and I think we might have used the wrong muzzleloader. I may have just used the round ball. No, actually, it does look like we used the proper one. Okay, that had me worried for a second. I thought we used the wrong ammo. Well, I see what happened here. We ended up hitting the spine somehow. I'm going to assume it's because I was zeroed for 150 meters, and that was definitely way under 150 meters. Yeah, that was 118, so that explains why we messed up the shot there. But that is just a silver buck, or at least it would have been. It's a bronze now because we messed it up, but it's nothing huge, so it's not that big of a deal that we had a somewhat unfortunate spine shot. One of the things I would really love to find today would be a rare Roosevelt elk, because of the fact that I only have a couple of them, and neither of them are very large. I think my only two rares for the Roosevelt elk are a very small level 2 albino, and then we also have ourselves a level 3 piebald, but neither of them are that impressive, and I'd really like to get myself another one that is actually of decent size. So that's going to be a goal for today, although I'm not sure if it's a goal we'll be able to complete, but we will sure try. Well, that's certainly not something we can take with the muzzleloader, but that is probably a guaranteed diamond. It is extremely rare that a duck trolls, so at the very minimum, we should have a diamond here, but it's definitely not something we can take out with the smoke pole, which is kind of the whole purpose of this video, so we will still have to search around for something to take with that, but we at least accomplished our mission of finding a diamond. It's just not exactly what I was expecting to find. And if I'm not mistaken, since I have it zeroed to the middle zero distance, this should be like 100 meters is what this should be zeroed to. So I think we should be pretty good if we get to about that range. We shouldn't have to worry too much about missing. The thing is, I don't know what direction the wind is blowing. However, it looks like we should be good because we're about at 100 now, and this duck has not moved, thankfully. So let's go ahead and take aim, and we might actually want to stand up just to make sure we don't hit the land in front of the water. And that will do it for that level 3 duck right there. Let's see if we can maybe get one of those as well, though I highly doubt that we will be able to, knowing me. Oh, that one hit. I don't know if you guys could see that, but we did hit that. But we're not particularly interested in that duck because we already have a much more interesting one down that should make diamond. And it did, 20.30. That is a really nice one, actually. That's a very good size diamond mallard. 20.30 is just about 0.70 above diamond. Max score is 21 on the dot, so this is a good middle ground diamond. Very nice. A great way to start things off today, but definitely nowhere near what I was expecting to find. But regardless of whether or not it was something we expected to find, it is still a really great thing to see. So let's go ahead and move on, and maybe if we're lucky we'll find some other diamonds as well. Though none of these are very large, I think we should at least take one of them so we can get an elk down, since that's the main thing that I'm hoping to find some good trophies of. Let's see if we can get this guy. He seems to be giving us the best angle. Actually, that one might be the better option now. They're actually walking right to us, which is really good for us. It means we might get a chance to do an iron sights shot, which would be really, really cool. Here he comes. We've got one of them super close, and then it looks like 3 more in the back. But this will definitely be our target, since he is going to give us easily the best shot of the 4. Actually, I stand corrected. This guy is giving us the best shot. And we got a really good shot into him as he runs right to us. That went about as good as it possibly could have. The only thing that would have made that better is if it was a level 5 instead of a level 3. A relatively nice level 3 that actually does end up making gold, so we couldn't really ask for anything better than that. Now, on to search for some more trophies and hope that we can accomplish a diamond within this video with the smoke pole instead of the 22. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that is... Wow, that is insane. That might be one of the largest moose that I have seen since they changed the TrueRack scoring on them. When they lowered the scores to make it easier to get diamond for moose, I'm pretty sure we haven't got anything quite this large since then. Well, this is going to complete our goal of trying to get a diamond with the smoke pole without the HUD on. If we can possibly get him. I did spook him off, and this is in multiplayer, so we do have to be careful that nobody else is near us, and it looks like... Oh, we might actually be the only people in the server now, so that's a good thing. It means we should be able to control the time if we need to reset it, but I think we can just wait it out and see if this guy will come back. That is the most insane moose I've seen since they changed the scoring. I honestly don't even know what to say. I kind of stumbled over my words trying to explain the fact that it was a really large moose. Really, what I meant to say was, it's the biggest moose I've seen since they changed the score requirements to make it a little bit easier to get diamonds, because they used to troll quite a bit, so they ended up lowering the score requirements for diamond, and this is the largest one that I've seen since then. I know they can still break 300 on rare occasions, so I am just hoping that this is going to be a 300 scoring moose. If it is, that would be like the ultimate moose trophy to get. So we just discovered his feed zone, and we're actually right on top of it. However, it's about to end, so I don't even know if this thing is going to stay here. There's a good chance it might just move on and try to get to its next zone, which should be a drink zone. So we're probably going to have to play the game of just trying to find out where he's heading next and tracking him down to wherever that location is, because I really don't see him coming back here since it's so close to being at the end of that drink time, or the feed time, I guess. I think that's definitely our moose. So, I guess he was coming back and I didn't realize it. He just spooked off, so... Unless it was a different one. Okay, that's gotta be him. That has got to be our moose. So we're gonna take this slow. We're gonna do our best to get a good view of this guy and get a really clean shot on him. The last thing we want is to mess him up, and that's him right there. Look at the size of that moose. Oh my gosh. We have to be really careful because I am zeroed for 150. But that should be good. It's good. We got him. Oh my gosh. That has to be the largest moose I've seen in over a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. That's a huge moose, and we just got it down with the muzzleloader. Wow, just wow, what a sight. That is crazy to look at. Just the size of this guy as you walk up on him is amazing. I really want to get a screenshot of him. Even though we risk the possibility of a crash, the longer that we take where we don't pick him up, I have to get that screenshot. And let's see, how big is this guy gonna be? 298 max weight moose. Wow, that's crazy. That is a giant moose. That is an absolute giant moose. I don't think I've killed a moose quite this big, like I was saying, since probably like a year and a half or more ago. This is just quite impressive. And of course, moose being like the thing I hunt the least on Layton, it's probably what I expected to find the least. I thought for sure that if we ended up finding ourselves a diamond today, that it would probably be an elk or a black-tailed deer because I hunt those a lot on Layton, so I just assumed we'd find one of those, but we ended up finding something a whole lot better. I'm definitely more excited about this than I would have been an elk or a black-tailed deer. That's just incredible. You know, it's not very often these no-hud hunts actually yield a good trophy, and today has just been one of those days where it finally worked out for us and we managed to get 2 really nice trophies. That has not happened on any of these videos that we've done with no-hud, so it's so nice to finally have it actually work out with some really cool trophies. I feel like it just makes this even more exciting when not only are you hunting in a way that you normally don't, but you end up having success doing so. And that has really been what's made this hunt so special to me, because you really just would not expect to find a moose quite as crazy as that one on a hunt where you're kind of just enjoying the muzzleloader and using it to its fullest potential with the HUD turned off and maybe playing a little bit slower than normal, and we still somehow found success. But I think we're going to go ahead and jump in the lodge because I don't think there's really anything that I can do today that's going to top that moose. That thing is much better than most things that we could possibly find, so let's go ahead and jump into the trophy lodge and find a place to put him because he's definitely main lodge material. Originally, I wanted this video to be on Aotearoa using the muzzleloaders, but there just was not enough servers up to make a full video out of it, so I ended up going to Layton Lakes, and well, sometimes things just work out in your favor because we managed to get one of the most insane moose that we have ever seen, all because of the fact that there wasn't enough Aotearoa servers up to do a video on there. So let's go ahead and replace this moose with our brand new one. Wow, that is just amazing looking. I honestly like that much better because they look a lot more different from each other than the one that was there previously. So I think this is probably best case scenario. We have 2 really amazing looking moose side by side, and that actually looks even better right there. Wow. Yeah, that's perfect. This is where this guy will stay forever. That's just such a nice moose, and it is our 2nd highest scoring ever, as we can see, because this was my highest scoring, which was a 307, and I've never got one to break 300 since then. But this guy came very close, so that is just incredible. I am very happy with how this hunt has gone. We're not gonna put the duck up in here because we've already got plenty of them, but I don't even care about the duck because this thing is just so much better. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This was a fun one to make. This is probably one of... I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite videos I've made in months. This was so much fun. A lot more fun than I expected it to be. But I definitely am happy that it turned out the way that it did. So let me know down below if you guys want more hunts like this. More diamond hunting, but with little twists, kind of like turning the HUD off and using muzzleloaders like we did in this one. I'd really want to know if you guys enjoy this type of video, so let me know down in the comments. And if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button and ring that notification bell so you guys will never miss any of the future uploads. And the door trying to abuse me, but you know what? We're gonna just move past the door. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!